Well, everyone, a question that I've been seeing a lot recently since I posted my last video on how long the iPhone 6s will last is pretty much how long will the iPhone 7 last. And I can see a trend going on here of me dropping a bunch of these videos, but the question is, and this is weird because you never really know with Apple products, you can assume that the iPhone 7 will last, longer than the iPhone 6s. But even saying that might not even be necessarily true because we look at phones like the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 5s and then we see pretty much that those phones didn't even get the same amount of updates, or the iPhone 6 was technically supposed to get more updates, but it didn't. And to say that the 7 and the 6s would get the same updates is kind of out there in my opinion, just because you never really know. So if I had to think about it for a second, right, and think okay, which software would the iPhone 7 realistically end at? I would say probably iOS 15, and there's two reasons why I think that. Okay, first of all, the amount of devices that are on the A9 chip, so the iPad Pro that came out that one time, and some other devices as well. Moral of the story is there are tons of different devices that still use the same chipset that the iPhone 7 uses. So what I'm basically trying to say is Apple going to go ahead and discontinue all those different devices that currently still use that Apple A10 Fusion chip? Like I said before, the iPad Pro 10.5 inch, the iPod Touch 7 Gen, all the iPhone 7, 7 Pluses, and I think I'm also missing a device as well. There are still a ton of devices that use this specific chipset, and because of that, and I think another budget iPad as well, and because of that, it makes me want to believe that Apple's probably going to extend the iPhone 7 to iOS 15. But here's the thing, and this is something that I probably, I'm going to say it now, and if I'm right, then I'm going to bring it up in a video probably a year or two from now. But if I'm wrong, I'm probably never going to talk about it ever again, and you're going to forget about it too, so it's probably not going to matter. I'm going to say probably the iPhone 7 might even get iOS 16, bro. And the reason I say that is just because the amount of devices that are supported under that Apple A10 Fusion chip, and on top of that, it's not crazy to think that Apple would extend a device, that came out in 2016. This thing theoretically is going to get iOS 15 that's going to start next year in 2021. So 2022, for about 7 years. I mean, we look at a phone like the iPhone 5s, that thing lasted pretty much up until this year, and that thing came out in 2013. So that thing lasted 7 years as well. It didn't get a full OS support the last year, but still it was pretty close. So I don't think it would be too far-fetched to say that the iPhone 7 is at least getting iOS 15, but could potentially get iOS 16 as well. Now here's the other thing, okay, on top of that, even if it doesn't get iOS 16, it's still going to be getting security updates for the most part on this iOS 15 train. So after iOS 14, it'll get iOS 15, hopefully. We really don't know. Maybe it'll end on iOS 14 too, who knows. But there's a possibility that it'll get the security updates for iOS 15 for a year, if Apple does switch over to that 1 year life cycle of getting security updates. And if that is the case, then more power to you. The iPhone 7 users, you're going to enjoy an extra year or two of security updates and support, which is going to be awesome. So this phone is going to be lasting, in my opinion, for at least another 2 years. On the safe side, it could potentially last 3 extra years if you think about it. I know it sounds crazy. And think about it like this, if a phone like the Galaxy S20 right now, by the time the iPhone 7 stops getting software updates, will probably be around the same time the Galaxy S20 will stop getting software updates as well, which is so crazy to me. So that's really pretty much it. Just a quick little thing of how long the iPhone 7 is going to last, whether it's stopped going to get updates, whatever. I guess we'll just see what happens in the future, but that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly, everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.